Hello everyone watching this video. My name is Raymond Cook and today we're going to be talking about a funeral service mass fatality. Today in particular we're going to be talking about COVID. What is COVID? COVID is an upper respiratory disease that can range from mild to severe. Some people experience fevers, chills, and body aches. Overall, COVID can become a fatal end of one's life. Some people recover from COVID-19 and some people do not. So pretty much it's a worldwide pandemic. It's taking hundreds of thousands of lives. There's no cure. There's a spike in deaths, and some of the issues that we're having for first call and last responders is staffing for service and the overall fear and panic that the disease is actually having across the world. So some of the things that we are doing here to protect ourselves, we're wearing the proper protective equipment, and such things can be face masks, gloves, and face shields. Some people are standing 6 feet apart, which is actually mandatory. Most businesses aren't allowing you to even enter the facility if you don't even have a face mask in fear of the exposure. Some impacts that it's having on the funeral home is funeral services. They are now limited to seating with 25 to 100 people. Some people say it has to be at least 30% of your building space. Seating, the different type of sanitation on services. What we're doing to cope with COVID, we are using different preventative measures. So when it comes to vegetables, doorknobs, handles, inside the limousine, it's constantly being wiped down with some type of antiseptic disinfectant spray. And we have to make sure that the building is constantly cleaned out after every service. Not just the usual picking up trash and picking up dry Kleenexes and everything like that. We're doing more. We actually have a full sanitation that we're trying to do. And there has been a spike on cremations and fewer burials. That's one of the biggest impacts on the funeral home. Due to the fact that COVID is very fresh and there is no cure, instead of people having traditional burials, most people, they're not even expecting a death to occur, yet alone multiple in their same household or family. So burials, we all know, can be expensive. People are switching over to cremations. And cremations vary. There's different type of cremation services that we offer here at the funeral home. Some families, they don't want any type of funeral service with the cremation, so they do direct cremations. Direct cremations are very popular and they are least expensive. The second type of cremation that people they're having witness cremations, where they actually witness their loved one go into the retort, and about 6 or 10 of them are in a room and are able to actually witness the process. The crematory that we use is actually giving families the option to loading the body into the retort and actually igniting by pressing the button. The family then watches from a safe distance, and when the cremated remains are completely processed, they're given that. And lastly, people are having funerals with cremations. They're having full-on cremations with a funeral. They're having their family there, register books, limos, programs. They're actually having everything needed to have a full-fledged funeral. And after the funeral, the family is then escorted out of the building and we take them over to the crematory. And some people are actually having cremations, memorial service. The memorial service is without the body present. So it will just be the remains, and most remains are actually placed in this. This is an acrylic temporary container. This temporary container, most people actually use it for a permanent container. So if they don't want a marble or a brass urn, they take this acrylic urn and they leave their loved ones inside of there. And along with cremations, we have also seen a spike. These are keepsakes. Family members, to have remembrance of their loved one, they take fingerprints and they put them on pendants. They also take some of the remains and place it inside the urns that people wear around their neck. They come in rings, they come in bracelets. There's multiple type of things you can do. As you can see in this, their loved one's fingerprint is actually on the ring. And people wear these jewelry as regular everyday jewelry. Most people don't even know that they're actually cremation units. Something else that's being changed that has a large impact on the funeral home is the religious rituals. And religious rituals, they're actually been modified. Like for mass services, whenever there comes to rosary, the prayers are said at a safe distance, and communion is actually something that has changed also. So with the communion, how there usually is a tray that's passed around for either collections or to select offerings from, those have been changed slightly. So what people are doing, we are modifying everything, and when it comes to receptions, families are actually, for their food, they have pre-packaged food or it has to be bottled and sealed. And that's how we're getting out of having like a large buffet area for people that wants to touch the food. Because mind you, what we're doing, we're trying to really emphasize social distancing. And the best way to save ourselves will be with proper protective equipment. People are using gloves, face masks, face shields. People are wearing fully clothed. No one's really wearing short sleeves or anything anymore because of the pandemic. And the effects that it's having on professional allies. There are several people that not only are first responders and last responders. For the first responders, that will be the doctors, the paramedics, the hospitals, the nurses, and the clinics. It's having a big impact on them because they're having a shortage of staff. So now they're limiting the number of people that can actually enter in their facility. I know for a fact for hospitals here in Houston, Texas, if you are an inpatient, you can only have one visitor is allowed daily, and that's for 1 hour. And that's the majority of the hospitals that we attend. Their family members haven't seen them at all, which is a huge pandemic. That is a definite problem. And it's also affecting nursing homes. Nursing homes, due to the fact of senior citizens, they aren't allowed to have any visitors. So some people haven't seen their loved ones since earlier on this year. What they've been doing is just different type of social media. They've been live streaming, Zoom, having conference calls that way. We really do encourage the social distancing with the social media because that's something that can be done over the phone. It's a little harder for our senior citizens, but when it comes to the different nursing facilities, due to their age of being over the age of 65, the majority of them are, they're at a higher risk of actually catching the coronavirus. Of course, their immune system is already weakened and they're older, but definitely, since it's a respiratory disease, they try and limit any and all exposures to our senior citizens. Some nursing homes have actually started using plexiglass. Plexiglass, I don't have any with me, but it's hard plastic that's see-through and it's clear, and people will talk through it. They've been actually trying to incorporate that with restaurants as well, but with the plexiglass, it's a way of being next to your loved one without actually having physical contact. That's something that we've been trying to also incorporate here at the funeral home because family members, they want to actually see and touch their loved ones. Like I know that it's traditional at funerals when you go up to do your final viewing, close family members, immediate family members, they get really, really emotional. They want to touch their loved one. They want to hold their hands. They want to kiss their forehead. With the plexiglass, we've been trying to incorporate that so they can actually see their loved ones. The type of caskets that's being used, it was very popular a long time ago for Mexican caskets. They have a clear top. That's actually becoming popular here in America because COVID-19 has affected everyone and no one really knows the cause of death. Immediate family, they may know the cause of death. Rumors may whisper with the family and people may, but to be on the safe side, they've been trying their best to get close enough to the body, but not as close. So one thing I wanted to say in closing, this is definitely a funeral service of mass fatality, and due to the fact that there's no cure, it's still ongoing, the funeral service has drastically changed. But like I stated earlier, burials aren't as common because most people with burials have life insurance policies or they have pre-need arrangements. These deaths are random and cremations have been the way to go. So hopefully in the future, there's going to be a cure to this and we'll be able to look at our loved ones again, greet them in a normal way when they're grieving, and send them our condolences. And I wanted to say that I hope that in the future, the COVID epidemic comes to an end. Thank you so much for being a part of my video presentation. My name is Raymond Cook. Have a great evening.